skill. Okay, when we are Shaleach Tzibor. Liel.
We learned that Rayhan's pretty cool.
They learned that Rayhan, their teacher, is pretty cool. So, you know what, with that... Oh, one more. Okay, yes. Oh, they learned the Shema. Absolutely. That's amazing. It's really, really important. Ooh, this is hard for me to turn down. So I'm going to take two more, and then I'm going to finish up. So April, and then Gabi. April learned how to put on tefillin this year. That's right. Our 7th graders did a great job of learning how to put on tefillin. Jared Westig did some big teaching. Yes, and Gabi Fisher. Gabi learned how to do Hagba and Galila. So I want to tell you something. Just like you guys cheered for Rayhan and for all of the teachers here, we are going to take a moment to remember a very special woman named Hudi Gross, who was a very, very special teacher. And I have to say that when I look around at all of the parents and the grandparents and the children and the grandchildren and our whole community here today, I can say with a lot of confidence that we would not be the community that we are today were it not for Hudi Gross. And Hudi was one of those teachers that you just, number one, you loved, and number two, you definitely learned a lot. And especially, I can say, you learned a lot of Ivrit, a lot of Hebrew from Hudi. Hudi would say, she would probably have a sticker on this yad to tell you that this is a yad, to tell you that this is an arm. There'd be a sticker. And there was even a dog. Can you imagine this? There was a dog who came to the Talmud Torah and who spoke Hebrew because Hudi had taught the dog to speak Hebrew, and that dog helped everybody to learn that when you say shev, that means to sit. Well, I can tell you a few stories, but the truth is that I don't have all the stories, so we made a little video from some people who knew and loved Hudi. Some of them are here in this room, some of them couldn't make it today, but we're going to hear a little bit more about a very special teacher, and then we're going to present an award and finish.
Dear Bethel friends, Sam and family, I was so happy to be asked by Rabbi Graber to be part of honoring my dear friend Hudi Gross. We go back to 1990 when I became the Bethel Religious School principal. It was then that Hudi became my friend, mentor, and right-hand person. I could not have succeeded without her help, friendship, and guidance. Hudi had been teaching and mentoring teachers long before I came on the scene. She had been teaching at Bethel for well over 20 years at that point. Where to begin in those early days? It began in the summer of 1990 when Hudi helped me to sort, recycle, organize, and get rid of old, out-of-date books, files, and papers that were piled up and cluttering up with what was then the school office in the little room at the bottom of the stairs in the shul. Hudi traditionally taught 3rd graders, an important grade at Bethel, as children transitioned from our 2-day-a-week program to 3 days a week. She was a master teacher and knew just how to help and find exciting and silly ways of engaging our children as they began the serious preparation of learning to read Hebrew, mastering the prayers for Shabbat and holidays. She made learning Jewish history and holidays dynamic, with her deep love and knowledge of all subjects. It all came so easy to Hudi, as this is what she truly loved. She would bring in old artifacts, objects, and books from home to bring history alive in the classroom. She would cook with the children and bring in Israeli foods as they studied Israel. They would make huge maps from poster board of Israel as they studied the various parts of the country. Hudi was a master teacher in the classroom as well as a master teacher's teacher. She had an open heart and an open door to any teacher in the school. Not only was she a wealth of ideas and suggestions, she was also a wonderful resource due to her breadth of knowledge. Hudi was a combination of old school teaching and new school teaching. She expected the maximum and highest standards of her students. She taught her students in different ways, not just sitting in rows in their desks, but in groups and on the floor and through games and food and song. She was totally hands-on and also completely open to learning from the young teachers around her. It was not uncommon to walk into Hudi's classroom during the Hebrew period to find Hebrew signs taped to various parts of her body as a way of teaching her students. Every part of the classroom had Hebrew signs taped up so that her young students would absorb the Hebrew around them without even knowing it. Over the 14 years that Hudi and I worked together, we saw teachers come and go. We watched as our young students went through our Hebrew school program and successfully had their B'nai Mitzvahs and moved on to the Midrashah. Through it all, Hudi remained a steadfast support to both me and the school. She always remained interested in the children that she taught and their families years after they had graduated from her class. We comforted each other during our sorrows and celebrated with each other during happy occasions. She was truly a wonderful friend to me and to all of those whose lives she touched. She is missed in our community, but her legacy will now live on with the wonderful endowment set up for the teacher of the 3rd grade in her honor by her loving husband, Sam.
I'm Jacob Schoenberg. I had Hudi at Bethel when I was in 3rd grade. She was very serious and we learned a lot in her class, and in the subsequent 25 or so years since I left her class, she was always happy to see me at Synagogue, always had a big smile on her face, and I'm grateful that I got to know her and grateful for the endowment of this teaching position.
My name is Eliza Zalen, and I had Hudi as a teacher in 4th grade, and she gave me a really great foundation for tefillah and prayer skills and a base of my Hebrew knowledge that I'm very grateful for and I'm able to use in so many aspects of my life today.
My name is Rayhan. I was a student for Hudi in the early 2000s. She taught me in 4th grade. And growing up, I was pretty confused. I had a hard time with my Jewish identity, so my mom sent me to the Jewish Community Day School for elementary school. But that, for me, made me bored a lot of the time in Hebrew school until I got into 4th grade. And Hudi, every single day, would always come out with some new challenge just for me to do. And I was always so impressed, you know, whether it was speaking to me in Hebrew or giving me a specific assignment, just so I wouldn't be bored and act out like I was prone to doing in Hebrew school. So I was really impressed with Hudi and her ability to deal with me, and I accept that I wasn't the most easy of students, but I really appreciated what she did for me in 4th grade, and it really helped me grow, and it helped me become the teacher that I am today and the person that I am today. So thank you very much, Hudi.
So I want to invite forward Sam, Hudi's husband, and come on up here with me. And we're going to present him with this plaque that we are going to hang here in the school because Sam has given a wonderful donation in order to endow. I'm going to read this. It says in Hebrew at the top, of course, Hakita Shel Hudi. Hudi Gross Endowment for the teacher of the 3rd grade at Bethel Talmud Torah, in honor of her devotion to the proper initiation of Jewish education. This endowment is made May 3rd, 2015, the 14th of ER 5775. Toda, toda rabah. I want to invite up the family. Let's everyone, we're going to conclude by singing together. Oh, say.